Hi, everyone, and welcome back to AWS Julie. Today, we're continuing our AWS Noteworthy series where we cover top highlights from the week. But this week, I do want to also share my performance and compensation reviews from this past year, so year one at AWS. Please remember to Okay, so this week's noteworthy episode, I want to take up most of the time and mention that I just crossed a big milestone of being an AWS technical curriculum developer. So I just had my 1 year AWS anniversary. And honestly, this past year has flown by, and I don't have enough words to explain the amount that I've learned and the depth that I've gotten from working with my internal team, my smaller network domain team, and the outer team, and all of the different subject magic experts. This is my first time actually working with SMEs. I almost had an opportunity when I was at Linux Academy to work with SMEs, but I missed out on that. So that was a huge success for me, and I learned so much from them. So I'm very thankful to everyone involved in my big team that has helped me this past year. Now, this past week, I completed 2 reviews with my manager, Adam. The first review is a review for my internal smaller networking domain team. And I'm sharing this with y'all because I was honestly shocked at the feedback from this review. Almost every single one of my team, my internal networking domain team, said that I needed to mentor and share more. And I was completely blown away by this because I spend every day sharing and mentoring in the AWS community. And apparently I did not send that over into my AWS team. So I'm doing whatever I can to fix that. I've been trying to share more, mentor more in my internal smaller team and the larger team as well. But I would be interested to hear from y'all who follow me or listen to me weekly if that kind of shocked you as well, because Linux Academy really changed my life. And I've talked about how Linux Academy has changed my life in past videos and almost daily, actually, especially on LinkedIn. But I remember my first visit to the Linux Academy office for orientation, and there were signs posted everywhere about go out and change someone's life or go out and help someone change their lives today. And those signs really struck with me. And I think about those signs almost daily. And I think how Linux Academy and AWS and my original mentor has changed my life. My life shifted when I signed up for that Linux Academy Udemy course, the AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate course taught by Thomas Haslett. That is when my world shifted and I fell in love with AWS and things just started clicking and everything fell into place. And I just got this love of AWS and this deep need to learn more and to know more and to understand AWS. And the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. And that's one of the most exciting things about AWS for me as a newbie is getting in, getting my feet wet, getting deep, and learning as much as possible every single day. But anyways, I'm off track. When I left Linux Academy and A Cloud Guru as an AWS training architect, and I came over to AWS as a technical curriculum developer, I took a huge bump in pay. Not only in the salary, but the benefit package was a lot better as well. So to follow through on the second review, which was with just my manager talking about my past year performance and my new compensation, I was really excited to hear that I was awarded another big, huge bump in pay. So some of you may know that when you come into AWS, you get some stocks, but you also get 2 years of sign-on bonuses, sort of sign-on cash. And the first year is a lot more than the second year. And the reason is because the second year, you actually get more stocks vested. So you're not taking a pay cut per se, but your monthly take home pay is going to be smaller than that first year. And this whole past year, have been struggling, trying to come to terms with that, trying to make sure that taking that pay cut, that less of a monthly take home pay was going to be enough to continue to support my daughters with tuition and expenses. Because as you may know, some of you may know, when I started my job as an AWS training architect in Linux Academy back in 2019, that was the first time that I was actually making enough money to start putting savings aside for college. So I feel like as a parent, I'm really far behind and I don't have savings or a nest egg that I can fall back on for college tuition and expenses. So this year, all year long, I've been worried about that pay cut, going from my monthly salary, take home pay to a smaller monthly salary take home pay, because it was a big difference. It was almost $20,000 difference from year one to year two for your monthly take home pay for me. And everyone's is going to be slightly different. And there are a lot of links out on YouTube. I'll try to find a few and add the links if you're interested in understanding how AWS compensates. So I'm not going to go into a lot of depth about that, but I was freaking out for months and months and months about that smaller monthly take home pay that I was going to be seeing this year, my second year. So I'm so thankful to my team, to the SMEs, to my manager, to all of you and to myself, because I've been working my butt off all year long, trying to figure a way to lessen that $20,000 drop in take home pay. I actually just submitted my promotion document a few weeks ago, hoping that that would sort of bring me up and it wouldn't be such a huge gap month to month for my take home pay. So that was really exciting. So I had a really good week. But let's get back and let's jump into our AWS Noteworthy and highlights from the week, because I did see a few new launches for Amazon CloudWatch and a really cool launch for Amazon EC2. So now when you launch an EC2 instance, you can actually see your entire launch configuration on a single page. And that is really cool. That's really amazing. And I think that's going to help a lot of people being able to see each part before they launch that instance. I also saw a post from the AWS Community Builders Program. And so now they have a global directory so that you could reach out to AWS Community Builders. Remember, I said last week the AWS Summits are back. So there were more summits announced this week. There's also an AWS Online Tech Talks for April. I'll add a link for that as well. And there's an AWS Solutions Focused Immersion Days that's coming as well. And I'll also add a link to find out more for AWS events in general. So be sure to check that out and sign up for anything that interests you. And that wraps up another AWS Noteworthy. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope to see y'all again real soon.